Hi, we're here in Kilkenny in Foodworks. We're going to do a little demo. Savour Kilkenny can't happen this year, so we're going to try a little home cooking and a bit of wine pairing. Owen from Wines Direct. Peter.
Yeah, Ken. How you going, guys?
So Peter, what are we going to cook today?
We're going to use a bit of our own pork from our own farm. We're going to slowly cook it, confit it, and then Ken's going to do a nice burnt onion broth.
Yeah, with some pasta puree and some chard and spinach from the farm also.
Beautiful. So
you guys have been working together for a long time, or 15 years ago since you came to
Yeah,
Ireland?
when I first came to Ireland 15 or 16 years ago, I worked with Peter in a small hotel just outside Carlo.
yeah, Ballykeely.
Back in the good old days.
Is it 15 years?
That's probably more to say
Wow.
now, yeah. But
Pushing on, yeah.
well, one of us is. But then we kind of parted ways and always kind of stayed in touch through the industry anyway.
Yeah.
So now we're back working together and
Full circle, yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So you'll be at Mount Juliet for a good
I was
bit of
in Mount
time.
Juliet 10 years, yeah. I was 4 years down to Lady Helen as head chef, and then 6 years after that as exec chef. So it was a busy spot. It kept me busy, and yeah, we achieved some great things there. So hopefully we can.
And Peter, you've been building Foodworks there all that time, and
Yeah.
it's been good. You've been using a lot of your own produce, and
Yeah, steady growth. We've got polytons now, free range pigs, so going to relaunch, go back, do simple plates, and try to use the farm as much as possible, be self-sufficient. So yeah, it's a sort of constant journey, you're constantly evolving, so
yeah.
trying to have fun along the way, isn't it?
Yeah, try and do something a bit different that's not really in Kilkenny at the moment as well. There's a lot of already good restaurants in Kilkenny. We're going to try and be a little bit different, but not just for the sake of being different, just to kind of
Yeah.
mix it up a little bit and bring something different to the table, as I say.
With good wines, of course.
Yeah,
Great-
we're going to
great
pair up
wines.
a couple of wines later on to see what works with the pork belly. You guys are in your own bubble there, so that's fine. It's a difficult time for everybody, and there's a lot of good home cooking. So hopefully people can get a few tips from for today's pork belly. Is kind of difficult. You got to roll it. How do you?
Secret slow cooking.
Slow cooking.
It's a lovely cut of meat. It's very popular now. And so we're just going to, when we go start
Yeah.
doing it, okay? So basically, this is for the pigs. Pigs to be 6 months old on the farm. They're free range. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to add some lemon zest, some anchovies all the way along, add a natural bit of seasoning.
So just can I ask Peter, if you were buying something like that on the butchers, what would you ask for?
Most butchers carrying great quality product now, great meat. So you go to the local butcher, asking for free range where possible, and they can actually supply it, and they'll do the work for you as well. They'll tie it up for you if you want, and then get it ready. So just a little bit of seasoning. So I won't get it in the wine glasses there. So basically we'll roll this up, tie it up, and then we'll cook it at 140 degrees for 6 hours in duck fat. I know it seems a long time, but the secret is slow cooking it. Otherwise, you need to tenderize the actual cut. So Ken, I'll ask for your help here for a second.
Yep. So we could go on. Reload it.
Yeah. With your finger.
So you reckon a butcher would do this?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're so knowledgeable and good now, and they're supporting local, and there's so many good butchers around. So, I mean, support butchers as much as possible. Supermarkets are great, but I mean, you want to go to the butcher where it's got the knowledge of the local products and where to get it.
Yeah. And this is rare on your farm, just outside Kilkenny. So this is like, you're talking about farm to fork here.
Yeah, I mean, we started sort of back in 03 with the pigs, and late we've got involved with the Irish Pig Society, who's absolutely brilliant. Dermot Allen and the rest of them, they give you so much advice and they help you along the way. and they're now supplying a lot of butchers around Ireland. So that's why you should support local butcher, because there's great suppliers developing product into the butchers. So just tie it up and we bring it around.
Yeah, I could see maybe a few people having a bit of difficulty with that at home, but if the butchers will do it, it's great. I think that's perfect then for. So it's all about slow cooking then after that.
Yeah, and like the extra fat in the free range pork, that's where the taste at, you know, really. So we have that, and what we'll do, we'll put that into a tray and we'll slow cook it in the oven in duck fat.
Okay. We're going to have a little drop of wine. The guys are going to taste as they're cooking away there. It's going to be a Keith Floyd approach to cooking, where there's drinking going on. So what I've chosen to match up with the pork belly is a Pinot Noir. It's from Germany. Andreas Bender is the producer, and I think it's got nice fruit flavors that will work with the dish, but also good acidity that will cut into the fat. So we'll open this and give the guys a taste, and then Ken's going to cook it in live time. Okay, you take a glass away there. Okay.
So when the pork is obviously cooked and it's chilled, it'll hold its shape perfectly, and you can see the layers of the fat have just cooked into it there. So what we'll do is we'll get a good hot pan, a nice bit of oil, and then I take it into the pan, and you have to leave it. Don't be tempted to move it, to shake it. Just let it sit there and do its thing. So serving with this, we're going to make a puree out of the parsnips. So it's parsnips, half chicken stock, half milk. Chop it up, you kind of simmer it. Don't be tempted to let it come to the boil, otherwise the parsnips will go to fluff and they'll just fall apart. So when it's cooked, you strain it off, keep the liquor to one side, and then blitz the parsnips with a knob of butter, and then you add the stock slowly till you get the right consistency. And you'll end up with a nice, smooth, shiny parsnip puree, which is very easy then just to heat up as and when you need it. We also made an onion broth. We used the onions and we left the skin on, and we put these in the pan so they go really dark and caramelized. Onions are strange because they taste sweet, but they can also taste bitter. When you slowly cook an onion, it'll go really sweet, but when you burn it or you char it, it'll go bitter. So you get a good balance of the bitterness and the sweetness, which works very well with the pork. And we're also serving this from the farm is spinach. This is good quality, proper spinach, not like the baby spinach you get, which tastes nothing. This is good quality, irony, strong flavour spinach, some nice red chard, and some fresh spring onions. So what we're going to do is, we're just going to check on our pork. It's some good, and then we're going to just drop these into the water. Not to cook them, just to wilt them slightly. You're not looking for them to go to nothing, because you want a little bit of texture. You want to just slightly soften them. And with the spring onions, we're going to cook them straight on the stove. So we're going to go a little bit of oil. You can do this with a hot pan. And just leave them to cook on there. Put a little bit of weight on them. So then turn our pork over, just to cut it on the side. And you can see it's taking a nice colour and the fat's starting to render down. And then this, we'll take from here into our pan just to help dry it off. Turn those over. What you would do then is you put that in the oven just for 2 or 3 minutes to get good and hot. But for today we'll plate it up. So our hot broth. We put into a jug. Nice piece of pasta puree. Put on one of these just to lift it off the plate. A fork on here. And we'll just garnish it with few more of the leaves. And then we made a green oil out of chervil, coriander, parsley, just to kind of freshen up and give it a bit of lightness. And then we're going to serve the broth because it's quite light and it's seasonal, but it's not heavy as well. We'll just split that up with a little bit of the green oil, just add a bit of freshness. And there we go.
It's fantastic.
So nice.
So guys, yeah, it's fantastic. It's in real time. It's quick. It's easy once it's all done beforehand. And for me, the Pinot Noir will work perfect. Just for someone that wants white, I would still could put a white with pork belly. I think it's once it has a bit more richness. I have a white Rioja, Mia Villa, will work as well. But I think the Pinot Noir is a perfect connection, and I think it's Savour
As well.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done, guys.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Hi, we're here in Kilkenny in Foodworks. We're going to do a little demo.